Welcome, kindred spirits, to a place of positivity, passion, and purpose. Welcome aboard as we set sail on a journey through Kwame Dawes. Kwame Senu Neville Dawes, born 28 July 1962, is a Ghanaian poet, actor, editor, critic, musician, and former Louis Frye Scudder Professor of Liberal Arts at the University of South Carolina. He is now Professor of English at the University of Nebraska-Lincoln and Editor-in-Chief at Prairie Schooner magazine. New York-based poets and writers named Dawes as a recipient of the 2011 Barnes and Noble Writers for Writers Award, which recognizes writers who have given generously to other writers or to the broader literary community. In 2022, he was named Literary Person of the Year by African literary blog Brittle Paper, an honor that recognizes an individual who has done outstanding work in advancing the African literary industry and culture in the given year. Now, let's shift our perspective and explore early years and education from a different angle. Kwame Dawes was born in Ghana in 1962 to Sophia and Neville Dawes, and in 1971 the family moved to Kingston, Jamaica, where Neville Dawes became deputy director of the Institute of Jamaica. Growing up in Jamaica, Kwame Dawes attended Jamaica College and the University of the West Indies at Mona, where he received a BA degree in 1983. He studied and taught in New Brunswick, Canada, on a Commonwealth scholarship. In 1992 he earned a Ph.D. in comparative literature from the University of New Brunswick, where he was editor-in-chief of the student newspaper, The Brunswickan. Our focus now turns to career, an important aspect of our discussion. From 1992 to 2012, Dawes taught at the University of South Carolina USC as a professor in English, distinguished poet in residence, director of the South Carolina Poetry Initiative, and director of the USC Arts Institute. He was also the faculty advisor for the publication Yemisi. He won the 1994 Forward Poetry Prize, Best First Collection for Progeny of Air. He is currently a Chancellor's Professor of English and Editor-in-Chief of Prairie Schooner at the University of Nebraska-Lincoln, a faculty member of Cave Canem, and a teacher in the Pacific MFA program in Oregon. Dawes collaborated with San Francisco-based writer and composer Kevin Simmons on Wisteria, Twilight Songs from the Swamp Country, which debuted at London's Royal Festival Hall in 2006, and featured sopranos Valetta Brinson and Valerie Johnson. In 2009, Dawes won an Emmy Award in the category of New Approaches to News and Documentary Programming, Arts, Lifestyle and Culture. His project documented HIV/AIDS in Jamaica, interspersed with poetry, photography by Andre Lambertson, and music by Kevin Simmons. The website Live Hope Hello Film is the culmination of his project. Dawes is director of the Calabash International Literary Festival, a yearly event in Jamaica. In 2012, the African Poetry Book Fund arose, with Dawes as the founding editor. He and 5 other internationally regarded poets serve on the reading board to annually publish the winning manuscript of the Silliman First Book Prize for African Poets, a new and selected collected volume by a major living African poet, the New Generation African Poets Chapbook box set comprising collected chapbooks of emerging writers, with special emphasis on those who have not yet published a full-length collection, and contemporary works of new poetry by select African poets, solicited and unsolicited manuscripts. In 2016, the event Respect Due Symposium on the work of Kwame Dawes featured participants including Rachel Eliza Griffiths, Hannah Fannin Jeffers, Sean McCallum, Vladimir Lucian, Sheehan Hutchinson, Linton Kwesi Johnson, John Robert Lee, and Lorna Goodison. Goodison in her contribution described him by saying, "He is the embodiment of the African Jamaican, born as he was of Ghanaian and Jamaican parents, and he moves with ease and authority between multiple worlds. Everything about Kwame's art is multidimensional." In 2018, Dawes was elected a Chancellor of the Academy of American Poets. In 2019, he was one of the 8 recipients of the Wyndham Campbell Prize, alongside Sheehan Hutchinson, Jamaica, Danielle McLaughlin, Ireland, David Charidi, Canada, Rao Karnad, India, Rebecca Solnit, US, Young Jean Lee, US, and Patricia Cornelius, Australia. In 2021, Dawes succeeded Ted Kuza as host of the news column American Life in Poetry. In this chapter, we'll be unraveling the enigma of awards and honors and discovering its transformative power. 1994 Forward Poetry Prize Best First Collection 1996 Individual Artist Fellowship 2000 Poetry Business Prize 2000 Hollis Summers Poetry Prize 2001 Pushcart Prize for Poetry US 2003 Commonwealth Writers Prize Caribbean and Canada Region Best First Book 2009 Emmy Award New Approaches to News and Documentary Programming Arts, Lifestyle and Culture 2019 Wyndham Campbell Literature Prize in Poetry 2022 Brittle Paper's Literary Person of the Year. The spotlight now falls on poetry as we delve deeper into its details. Progeny of Air, People Tree Press, 1994, Resisting the Enemy, Fredericton, 1995, Prophets, People Tree Press, 1995, Jaco Jacobus, People Tree Press, 1996, Requiem, People Tree Press, 1996, Shook Foil, People Tree Press, 1997, Mapmaker Smith Joseph Books, New and Selected Poems, People Tree Press, Bruce Totems, Parallel Press Madison, 2004, I Saw Your Face, with Tom Feelings, Dial Books, 2005, Wisteria, Twilight Songs from the Swamp Country, Red Hen Press, 2006, Impossible Flying, People Tree Press, 2007, Hope's Hospice, People Tree Press, 2009, Back of Mount Peace, People Tree Press, Wheels, People Tree Press, Dappy Conqueror, New and Selected Poems, Copper Canyon Press, A Speak From Here to There, with John Kinsella, People Tree Press, 2016, City of Bones, A Testament, Northwestern University Press, 2017. Now, we shift our focus to novels, a topic that deserves our attention. Bivouac, People Tree Press Limited, 2010. In this part of the video, we'll be delving deeper into short stories and analyzing its key components. A Place to Hide and Other Stories, People Tree Press, 2003. As we progress, let's zoom in on non-fiction and examine its role in shaping our overall narrative. Natural Mysticism, Towards a Reggae Aesthetic, People Tree Press, 1999. Bob Marley, Lyrical Genius, Sanctuary, 2002, A Far Cry from Plymouth Rock, A Personal Narrative, People Tree Press, 2007. Get ready to uncover the mysteries surrounding Editor as we navigate its intriguing terrain. With Colin Channer, with Jeremy Pointing, with Marianne Kunkel and James Inglehart, with Marjorie Wentworth, with Chris Abonny, with Matthew Sheneder, with Chris Abonny. As we transition, let's shed light on South Carolina Poetry Book Prize and its relevance to our ongoing exploration. Dawes established the South Carolina Poetry Initiative's annual book prize competition and edits the winning manuscripts. In the next segment, we'll be exploring African Poetry Book Fund and its implications for our subject matter. Dawes is the founding editor of the African Poetry Book Fund, APBF. The series itself was started in 2014 and established through the generosity of Laura Silliman and Robert Fahrenheit. Silliman. The goal of the APBF is to promote and publicize the poetic arts through its book series, contests, workshops, and seminars, and through its collaborations with publishers, festivals, booking agents, colleges, universities, conferences, and all other entities that share an interest in the poetic arts of Africa. Co-editor with Chris Abonny, Your feedback helps me improve, so please take a moment to leave a comment or review.